Together for peace. Hello. It is not surprising to me that you found a poetic atheist. I think that being drawn to such humanistic humanistic pursuits as poetry and philosophy eventually do lead to self-discovery, and within self-discovery it's easier to find out your true motivations for thinking the way you do. Anyway, this message that you quoted sounds, though, profoundly more poetic than anything I could say. Not a very poetic person. I'm very blunt, to the point. Harsh? I've been called harsh. I've been called intense. I don't know if I'm more intense or if it's just that just happens to be the structure of my skull, and when the muscles relax on my face, the look here. That's my relaxed face. I think I have such exaggerated features, a large nose and eyes and high cheekbones from my Native American heritage, that it just makes me look intense, like I'm staring through you. So I understand that this person's emotional state. I went through a similar thing late high school, early college maybe, a kind of nagging despair. I was caught up with the idea that ignorance is bliss, and yeah, ignorance is bliss. Questioning everything eventually drives you mad, as Nietzsche proved. Well, that's a case study, so he didn't prove it, but you know, you can see where I'm going. It is comforting, natural for humans to find, well, comfort in meaning and purposefulness, because we are very task-oriented creatures. So of course we respect design and other things like benevolence, which of course is beneficial to our group structure. We naturally do it. That's how our brains are hardwired. Most of us, anyway. Well, at least some of us. Maybe not most. So to be going through such an emotional state that, you know, maybe evolution is cruel. It's not cruel. Well, the physical workings of the universe of which the process of evolution is a small part, is not cruel. It's hard for us to wrap around it, because it's such an unfeeling, unpersonal, mechanical process, and we are wired to anthropomorphize inanimate objects. That's how we associate with the world. We get mad at a computer when it's malfunctioning, or you know, the car is not starting, so you're angry with it, or you're asking it, you know, why are you doing this to me? That's our natural state. It takes effort, and it takes a certain amount of self-awareness to understand, to go beyond that emotional response, and then just understand that the process itself is entirely autonomous and mechanical, non-feeling. There's no motivation behind any of it. So, is that depressing? I think that can be depressing to some. It was depressing to me. I did find comfort in, despite the blatant fallacies in the Torah, I did find the concept of a benevolent God comforting. But my the maybe smarter than average rational brain that I received through both natural and nurturing processes, the cruelty of evolution, wouldn't allow me to dissociate, to separate my personal experience, my understanding of the physical world, my rational methodology of discovery, with the comforting concept of the omnipotent and omnibenevolent God. And I had to dismiss the notion that I couldn't reconcile. And there was a sense of loss. There was emotional bereavement, almost like maybe not as profound as a mourning, but there was definitely a void left. Not significant, because I was only fairly religious for a short period of time, but a void was there nonetheless. But it's not there anymore. I'm pretty good about it. Lack of free will. We're Newtonian billiard balls bouncing off each other. I'm, controlled by my genes, how I was raised, and the environmental effects outside of my control. So, where's the room for free will? That used to bother me. It doesn't bother me anymore. So be it. The uncaring nature of the world, the hostility of the universe, doesn't bother me anymore. It used to. I'm not sure if my being able to cope with such a thing is normal. I suspect that it's not. I suspect that people are susceptible to notions like the omnipotent God because it makes them feel good, because it's comforting, and the wishful thinking, the desire for such a good, such a nice idea overpowers what would be a more rational idea, because people are not inherently rational. Being rational takes effort. People hear a noise or something, you think it's a ghost, or the prevalence of religion is apparent. Faith healing, stuff like that. So in order to take a more rational approach to the world, it takes effort. It's not natural. I think it's easier for some people than it is for others. So so what's my point with this? I totally lost my point. So maybe my brain isn't that great, but it gets me through the day, and stuff like the cruelty of evolution. Ooh, it just doesn't bother me anymore. No, it doesn't bother me. Just enjoy the day, enjoy life. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Damn.